See, I don't know if I'm live or not. There we go. There's a chat window right there. Live chat. Okay, I don't know if anyone's watching. Yeah, apparently I'm live though. Can I see that? Looks like I got an old tablet here. Yeah, I don't know. Am I live? I don't know. Nobody's watching, but nobody's watching. Uh, okay. So I'm live. Nobody's watching. That's okay. So I'm live. Nobody's watching. That's okay. So I'm live. Nobody's watching. Oh, somebody might be watching. Haha. Yay, might have one watcher. That's kind of neat. It's just a test phase because I got my camera, my phone up there recording, and I got my tablet that the wife and I bought in 2017 for our wedding to play music on. So I should be able to read chat on there because it's bigger, and my phone's, well, I have a big phone, but anyways. What I'm going to be doing in this boring ass live chat is going to be messing with this McCulloch 176. This thing's a beast. Well, it's not really a beast, it's a tractor, but it 99 cc's. This one, it's marked on the bottom as bore 30 over, which I think it brings it to like 101 cc's. But it had some issues. I didn't rebuild the carb. I actually soaked the metering diaphragm in brake fluid and cleaned the carb up, and it seems to work fine. I thought it had an air leak, but I was messing with it today, and the idle's just not the throttle's not returning properly, so I might add a spring somewhere in there. It's a little chunky. Get that sorted out. But as I was playing with it, in typical McCulloch fashion, every McCulloch I've ever had, the recoil rope broke. And it's not. I shouldn't complain because I've had other issues with McCullochs where on the right hand starts like these two. I have two 210s up here. Some up there. I hate those saws. I hate them with a passion. I shouldn't say I hate McCulloch. I don't hate McCulloch. I just hate working on McCullochs. If everyone I got ran fine, I would have no issue with it whatsoever. But and personally, right-hand start chainsaws bug me, especially when the drive power head weighs 21 pounds. And you're trying to, because I have no high idle locks here, like grabbing with one hand and just trying to reef it, and it's a pain in the ass. Also, I gotta get some new nuts. These take a 3/8 National Fine, which is kind of oddball. Well, not oddball, but compared to other saws of this vintage, like Homelight always uses 3/8 National Course or 5/16 National Course. But also for this saw, I have a brand new drum with a rim sprocket. But yeah, so I can try and get that on too on camera, which people are gonna laugh because yeah, it just will. They'll drop there. Yeah. But this saw will probably go to Tazapalooza because it's just a fun old, mean old saw. I mean, this thing's a beast. wonder if I can flip the camera around and zoom out here. If it'll let me. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Okay, we'll leave it like that. No one's commented, but if I'm out of frame, make a comment because, oh no, I can see myself. This is the first time I ever used a live feed, so. But I'm not sure what to do first because I should probably do this. Providing this is the right part, I bought it off the eBay. But I think McCulloch was pretty good back in the day with only using like one clutch drum setup. Like this one looks a little beefier than say the 210. Yeah, because yeah, the 210 has the springs and the two counterweights, or the two clutch shoes, I should say. And this actually is more of a style, like if you look at the older, like, you know, like the 141s, 151s, stuff like that. I believe 5 people are watching. No one's commented yet, but. I don't think anyone's commented, unless I can't see it on that. Live chat. View all visible messages. Nope, no one has. Yeah, I'm popular. But anyways, we're going to try a tool. Get this clutch drum on this thing. My bench is such a mess, but okay. I kind of like how the McCulloch just kind of just flips out of the way there. It's kind of handy. Okay, get that out of the way. When I got this too, this was the spark plug that was in there. This is like I don't know. That's like it's like for a small block shit. Actually, no, I think that's for a Ford. More like Ford style. So that's Chevs usually use the spark plugs that require a 5/8 head. To my best of my knowledge, anyways, any of the old 350s and stuff that I had. Okay. That was really tight in there, wasn't it? Just running like that though. I hope you're running too well too. Like I said, I went running the other day. I thought there was an air leak, but it wasn't the throttle wasn't returning to closed position. So I'm probably gonna add a spring somewhere. Maybe some lithium lube on the shaft. And last time I tried to start it, I forgot to turn the on switch on, so it flooded the crap out of this. And yes, Jim, these big blocks are cool. And I actually find them easier to work on than like the 10 series. That's just my personal thoughts on that. Okay. Now I don't have a tool to get the clutch off on this thing, so you guys are going to laugh at me because I just try to use whatever I have handy to. Okay, this little flapper is kind of in the way. At least 2 people commented. That's always a good thing. Okay. Do I have? Let's cut that off. This is actually a pulley from a one of the Zenoa clones. I got it for. Well, I got it for the spring because if you have a 10 series, the springs for those Zenoa clones will actually work in the 10 series, and you can buy them from China for like $2 to your door, which is dirt cheap. Okay, is that enough to? Okay. Now, what random instrument am I going to try and get this off with? Because I don't have a tool for this. I do have a piece of angle iron. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Nope. That's just not enough starter rope in there, I guess. And she spun over. I do have a piston stop that I bought for Chinese saws. It's a metal one. But I don't actually like using it because I've actually put a dimple in a piston from it. So I just like using starter rope because it's easy on the saw. This flap is really starting to make me PO'd, but I'm trying to watch the comments. There's only 2, but whatever. But I really want this thing running for Tazapalooza. I wouldn't mind finding like a 36-inch bar for it too. I mean, it's like a tractor, but still fun. Okay, let's see if I can do this again without breaking anything. Not just, oh, holy crap, I'm an idiot. Okay, I get an idiot award. Not used to McCulloch's, and there's actually a nut there that I gotta take off. That's, yeah, that's a special moment right there. Oh, Jesus. Is that a reverse thread? Maybe it's not. It's a regular thread. It'd be really weird though. Okay. Time to get serious. Start shoving one of these plastic piston stops in there too. Yeah, I didn't notice there's a nut there. I'm used to, you know, every other clutch that ever existed that doesn't have a nut holding it on. Okay. Okay, this is not going well. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like how much combustion chamber volume is there that this is not stopping that? It's kind of crazy actually when you think about it. Okay, it's right in there now. Watch, I'll break it off. And my cheat here too. That. Do I have a 3/8 adapter? Yes, it's a 1/2 inch adapter. No, it's 3/8. My Home Depot Ryobi tools, they actually were pretty good. Okay, that was obviously the answer. Now that should just pop out, shouldn't it? Maybe. Anyone knows how these come apart? Okay, bring this in here so people can see a little better. If you have any advice while I'm doing this, I'd greatly appreciate it. My camera looks dirty too. So yeah, I took the threaded nut off. Now I don't know what else to do there. Does this whole thing have to come off now? Like I said, if anyone has any tips before I break anything, let's just pop off, shouldn't it? Huh. I do not know how this clutch comes off. I can't believe that stop is not stopping it. See, that's just splined on, so that whole thing should just pop right off, shouldn't it? As you can see, there's a keyway in there. Well, you guys probably can't see it, but sorry, my camera's really dirty, I think. I apologize. Like I said, this is the first test run of the live stream. And mainly getting ready for the big giveaway. Maybe my camera's just sucking today. Really, that should all just pop right out. What if I give it a wrap with a hammer or something solid? My hammer's outside, so I'm gonna go caveman on this thing. Did I ever mention I don't like working on McCulloch's? That whole assembly should just pop right off. I don't see why it wouldn't. What's holding that on? Magic? Oh my god. It's a problem with the server. We still alive? I hope so. Sorry, this clutch seems to be having me a little beat. I mean, I could try giving it a blow this way, because it's just splined on there. It's not going to wreck anything. Use a piece of aluminum. Someone's going to yell at me for doing this, but close your eyes. This might have to soak in WD-40 for a while. Actually, that sprocket on here is a 404 sprocket. It's definitely not a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch actually. Might be bigger. So anyone have any clue how to get this clutch off? I'd love for some advice right about now. Of course, my WD-40 is running out. There we go. But yeah, it's obviously a keyway in there, so it should just all pop right off. But I don't want to wreck anything either, because that's no bueno. Okay. Somewhere in this chaos, I do have a giant flat blade screwdriver, but I don't know where that is. Trying to think how I can get that off. Like I said, if anyone has any advice on how to remove this clutch. That stuff doesn't have to be in there because that's irrelevant at this point. So this whole assembly should just pop right up. Wish I could find my big ass screwdriver. Might actually be outside in the shed. Scrunch on one, a good screwdriver. I might actually have to get a puller for this thing. And that's kind of a pain in the ass. I actually can't believe how tight that's on there. Boy, so my first live stream, I'm starting to look like an idiot, which, fair enough, I kind of am, but, what do I got? Maybe I should just work on this file. No, unfortunately, give me a second, I actually might have one. I have a bad, oh, there's one right there. Might be a little big for the job. Yeah. Good thing I'm on live feed because that saved me, Jim. Get choked on the live feed. I don't think I've actually ever used this thing, to tell you the truth. Okay. That looks like about 7/16. Okay, there we go. There we go. Get that puller on there. I actually kind of dislike these pullers, but it's gonna do me good right now. Okay, so tighten everything up. I actually have a really good 2-jaw puller at the shop, but that's more of a work tool instead of a home tool. Okay, that guy lined up. Almost. So close. What size is that? Probably 5/8. It's 3/4. That's too big. Okay, I got 5/5/8 on it now because this is all a mess. 19mm. I don't know if all you know, but like metric equivalents, because despite popular belief in Canada, most people actually don't use metric. 11/16. That'll work. Close enough. Ah, perfect. Thank you, Jim, for sometimes I forget the crap that I even have here. Yeah, it totally did. It did do the trick. Well, kind of. Okay. There's one flaw in the slaw because it took the drum with it, and that's kind of mine bound up there, but there we go. Okay. I think that washer in there might have been done. Don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little foobar, but Keyway came out with that. It's a big washer there. Anyways, grab the new setup. Now, make sure it's the same, I guess. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can pop the how's that from? That's not what it came from, was it? No, it can't be. Actually came with the 404, it's supposed to came with the 303. I gotta get the needle bearing out of here now. Which for that I'm just going to find a smaller socket and just tap it through. That's a nice fit right there. Use my trusty old hammer. Maybe that just won't come out of there. Oh, maybe it's tapered. Maybe that's tapered too. I think it is actually. Maybe. Oh yeah, it must be tapered. So note to self, these roller bearings and these things are tapered. Or one of them's tapered. See now, that thing won't fit in there. Okay, that kind of really sucks. It's so flipping close though, but okay, so that's gonna be a big problem. Could machine that out, but kind of don't want to. So Windsor. What size is this one? Okay, so the roller bearing issue might be an issue unless I can find it's too loose, it's too big. I'm gonna find something that'll work, like not enough crap laying around. Oh, that's a real bummer. Like, I can get my money back. Probably not. But yeah, the hole on this one's definitely bigger than this hole. And this thing did not come with instructions. I just tore the crap out of. Okay, what does it say? What do the instructions say? Well, the instructions make it look like it should have had one with it, which it did not. Okay. That is a real bummer now. Unless it was up here and just fell out, but I don't think so. Well, bring the camera back up. Panska! Thank you for joining us. It's a bit of a dumpster fire right now, but dumpster fire. Maybe that's my specialty, is dumpster fires. I still can't believe that bearing won't fit. Like, that sucks. And that's definitely bigger than a 3/8 spline there. I think so, anyways. What do I have down here for chain? That'd be 3/8. Yeah, I think that's definitely 404. The only 404 chain I have down here is this old thing from a Pioneer 450. Actually, I like this bar because it's still got some of the decals on it. I gotta get that Pioneer 450 project done one of these days. I have a parts saw to get all the parts I need. Oh yeah, it's definitely a 404. Definitely a 404 sprocket. If only I could find something up here. What's that? Maybe that'll work. Home light too big. Oh, that really blows chunks. I mean, well, I'll take that to work and drill it out so I can make it work. Unless, let's see what I got for old home light bearings. So maybe this crap will fit. Probably not though. No, everything's totally the wrong size here. Yeah. Okay, well that really blows. I'm a little disappointed about that. I actually paid a fair bit for this on eBay. What? Maybe I'll just put the 404 back on it. Maybe that Pioneer bar will fit. Yeah, that's a piss off. Sorry, excuse the language, but that's a bit of a piss off. I'm not too pleased about that. Well, yeah, the bearing won't really fit in here either anymore. Calipers. Where are calipers? It's like 9 people watching. Hey, crazy feller. Hey, Chippy. Like I said, if anyone hasn't been watching the beginning, I got a tablet over here so I can actually read comments. Okay, so that's... These calipers are completely FUBAR, like Canadian Tire Specials. Okay, and they're millimeters, so that's 17.348 millimeters. This one's a whole millimeter bigger, so that sucks. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna use this one again. I will find the right bearing for that other one, but okay, I'm like turning into a train wreck again. Hammer. Like But yeah, if anyone's ever working on these, this is tapered. So only goes in one way, apparently. I wish I had an arbor press right now, but I just got a vise, and that's what I have to do. So this is the way this is going back together. I might see if that Pioneer bar will fit. I mean, it is what it is. Chippy, are you going to Tazapalooza next year? Okay. And then Doug, I gotta send you the that Bodie's Peter Frampton here this coming weekend. I'm gonna get that out in the mail. When's Sawfest? Is that early or late October? Because I know Paul Bunyan's the weekend of the 6th, 7th, isn't it? I'm just rambling. But you know, you get to that point in your life where you realize you might need glasses because everything's way too dark. This keyway won't fit. So yeah, this is turning into an utter disaster. And every time I work on McCulloch, it turns into a complete disaster because, like Chippy says, they're just boat anchors. And I tend to agree some of the time. I'm fine with them as long as I don't have to work on them. But here we go, and I'm working on one. I'm at least gonna put a new washer in there. Because I have one. Because the other one was toast. This keyway does not want to stay in this slot. Okay, Sawfest 13-14, that's the weekend after. So you're heading on with Evan, then I take it, Chippy? Because now that he has his passport and such. Oh my god. This stuff's really pissing me off now. Why is that keyway not fitting in the... Oh wow. Let's bring you guys in here. It'll show up on camera. But that keyway here, it might be a little messed up. It don't look so great. But I gotta get this back together because I finally got this thing running good today. And then, like a typical McCulloch, everything started to break on me. And that keyway does not sit right. That bugs me. Keyway is one simple job to do keyway things, and it doesn't want to do it. Okay, there we go. And the nut. I hate McCulloch with the passion. So one little rant, and other YouTubers have gone on the same rant, where you get these people saying older saws are easier to work on. Bullcrap. You take something like a Husqvarna 61 apart, it's so easy. I really think I need to start getting reading glasses. Hey, Mr. Arnett. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Because I was on that road trip last week, everything's a little jumbled together because a week ago I was in the desert down in Nevada, which Nevada is actually a surprisingly beautiful state. Or at least I found it interesting. Teach their own, I guess, but we were driving through Nevada there. Yeah, Doug, Crazy Feller, you are right. Uh, as far as old saws go, I remember Bucking Billy Ray saying, "Oh, they're way ahead of their time." They're way ahead of their time in the way that they are a pain in the ass to work on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm only 43, but I mean, growing up, I had some older cars. Like, I had a '77 Cutlass, I had a '78 Pontiac Parisienne. But I mean, they had vacuum lines, but the engines were basic, basic, basic. Then in the '80s, things got really all messed up because I actually think vehicles now are easier to work on than they were 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's like I had a spare vehicle a few years ago, and it was a '89 Ford F-250. Good little truck. Uh, but I mean, you open the hood of that thing, and that 351, just the amount of cheer one. Uh, but that '89 Ford, the just the amount of vacuum lines on that thing, like holy crap! Like, so I cannot get this nut back on. Screw up the threads? Probably. I don't think so. It is left-hand threads. Okay. Now if we can find the right socket, I'll just tap that bastard on. Size that 13 millimeter. How big's 13 millimeter? Yeah. So if you guys have not noticed, I am very disorganized. Usually when I work on chainsaws, I'll crack a beer and I'll forget to even touch it because I'm too busy farting around with chainsaws. 9/16, there we go. Excuse the French. Yeah, chase the thread. Sure, that's left-hand thread. Can you guys all see? I can't. I'm too blind. Yeah, half inches of 13. I know some of them, like, despite misconceptions, Canada is not as metric as people think. I weigh way too many pounds, and I'm 6'1". Go to work, I use inches and feet. Sometimes we'll get a customer with an engineered drawing. Okay, I have to chase those threads. We're gonna put that down because it's just gonna piss me off. What I can do is fix this because that broke. But yeah, and Chippy can probably contest to that, where Canada really isn't all that metric. The government likes to think we are, but hey, Tasman. Oh, I need to make that. No. So I can make the fonts bigger because I can't see what the hell I'm doing. But this worked well, using my phone as a camera and then having a tablet for doing stuff. But I'll probably go to the optometrist soon, and they'll give me old man glasses. No offense to people who wear reading glasses, but getting to that age. Must almost be nighttime in South Carolina or North Carolina. Sorry, that's where you're from, Johnny, isn't it? Right. North Carolina, you're what, 2 hours ahead of Mountain Standard Time, so 3 hours ahead of Kenny. I have to give McCulloch on the starter setup, because you can actually change the cord without having to worry about a spring. Because dealing with old springs, that can suck. I know, like like these, like the 210 series, you got that retainer in there, and like this one's missing a retainer, my other one's missing a retainer, and it's kind of a pain in the ass because it's easy for the spring. Oh, here's right here. It's easy for the as soon as you take that off, the spring can go sprung. It's 8:45. Yeah, 3 hours ahead. Or no, 2 hours ahead. You have me. Yeah. Apparently, I forgot to do math. That's what a week of holidays will do. And I'll leave for 2024. The wife and I, ours calendar is actually booked for holidays because we got a quick trip to Mexico in March, and then when we go to Tazapalooza in June, we're gonna take our time getting down there. You know, take 2 days to drive down there, 2 days to drive back. But in total, we plan on being basically taking a week off to pulling the trailer too. I mean, you want to take your time because it eats a lot more fuel. But I hear that, Johnny. Like Edmonton's weird. Like up as north as we are. In the summer, you get like June 21st, first day of summer. The sun sets at about 10:40 in the evening. I think it rises at like 4 or something. But then you go to the other end of the spectrum. Come like December 21st, it's dark before I leave work at 4 o'clock, and that's kind of depressing. But I guess you can't have everything. That's way too long. Way too long. Okay. So if I can see, which way do I want that going through? That way. Probably doesn't matter too much. Okay. I want to make it a point of next year, 2024. I really want to hit Sawfest. I actually have reasons to go to Ohio. I actually have family in Van Wert and Columbus. I figure at that time it'll be probably cheaper to fly into like Cleveland or Detroit and rent a car. Won't be bringing saws with me, that's for sure. Okay. Leave room for the knot there. Okay, what's gonna have to do, spin that around. See if it can work. Okay. Now, spin that around a couple of times. Hey. What the hell is that from? Oh, that. That's one thing when you work on saws and you're just like, what the hell is that from? It's like, I don't know. Something. And that's one thing why I'll always say that Homelight's better than McCulloch. Because with the Homelite, you can use a 5/16 nut driver to take the whole thing apart. Whereas sometimes with McCullochs, you get these old, nasty flathead screws that are corroded, and they just make you curse. In my opinion. Hey, Brennan. Still can't believe we're in Montana at the same time. You're just on the south side of Kalispell, and we were on the north side. Another thing about McCulloch, using these little nuts to back everything, and then not paying attention, they fall out. But I do like McCulloch, just don't like working on them. I said that a few times. And this plastic D handle is so going to break. This thing's got so much compression. Oh, come on. Why? Okay. That's lining up for whatever. Oh, there we go. I think the problem here is the rope I'm using is actually too thin for the saw. And it's actually doubling up. So I'm going to have to find some bigger starter wire or starter cord. I wonder what's in these guys. There we go. That might be alright. Oh yeah. She's all good now. I missed that one too. Again, with the little nut on the back there. It's not a bad thing, because at least, even though I don't like these, having the nut behind there, at least if they strip out, you can just get a new nut. That makes a lot of sense. I can't believe 13 people are watching. Thank you all. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that should work. But yeah, I can't get anything done with that because I gotta fix the threads, and I'm not going to do that with strings. I'm going to use a very tiny, fine-edged file just to file the threads. But what else do I got? Yeah, my wall of shame. This is the piston from my Neotech NS872. When I put the piston the wrong way, and it caught a ring on the exhaust port, ripped the crown right off the piston on that side. That was pretty cool. Oddly though, the cylinder survived. I think Sawfest is in Ohio. Isn't Sawfest in like southeast Ohio somewhere? Ooh, Johnny, them's fighting words. See, I got like this thing right here. This Homelight XL12 is like brand new. It's a nice saw. It stays on the shelf. I should run it one day, but it's this thing just was used a couple times. It sat on a shelf. Then you get the old Homelights. Oh, Johnny, the old Homelight homeowner saws. The little guys. This one I gotta put back together one day. Carb kit, because this uses like an old Tiltson H, not HL, but H something. And it's hard to find parts for. But Sugar Creek Supply sells a kit for it. Yeah, Homelight, get it. Like I said, I got boat anchors here. You live on the coast, Johnny. Maybe you could use a couple of boat anchors. Those are projects I do want to finish one day, but they're, like I said, I don't like working on them. They're also got this Poolin 3400 that's actually pretty nice to work on. I don't have any saws in the basement now, but do got a Homelight XL76. A saw that would completely destroy a Mac 1010. Completely annihilate it. This is a stock one. But this thing has stock, even though it's stock, has about 195 pounds of compression. And it's a point saw, which I like better. Where am I? But yeah, I want to build a few saws for Tazapalooza. Just because. Bragging rights. I'm going to build another submix, because the submix, my real hot submix, is going to go on a giveaway here in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I don't like. I also want to build a saw, because I got the parts to build a Homelight VI Super VI 200, and it's got a good piston cylinder with it. But I have a brand new old stock cylinder for one, and a piston somewhere in this pile of mess. But yeah, so it's basically all the wearable parts gonna be brand new, and that's bearings included. I gotta get, that's gonna be a winter project though, because not much else to do in the winter. Hand warmers. All right, turn that around, make it bigger. Not really. Who has Peter Frampton now? Well, I still have Peter Frampton. Next weekend, I'm sending it to Crazy Feller, since now that he's making videos, he's going to play with Peter Frampton. Because I had it, and then Jim from Jim Saws and stuff, he had it. Check out his channel. He's a professional porter. He actually does really cool work. But yeah, so it's going to be going to Crazy Feller in Ohio, and then I think he plans on passing it off at Sawfest to somebody else. I think that's his plan. Yeah, that's another project I got. What the hell is that? So many projects, I'm starting to lose them, but that's one saw I am building for Tazapalooza to go up against, Evan and Chippy's Husqvarnas. This is just one of those crappy Zenoa clones, but this is the one that I put the built the full circle crank for. I don't know if you guys can see that. It comes up on the camera, but screw that up. Come on. But yeah, it's if you can see in there, that's a full circle crank. And what's going to happen with this is going to get a steel 36 piston in it with the 48 millimeter cylinder, which is around here somewhere. But so it'll be I think that works out mathematically to actually 58 cc's. But it's probably going to have over 200 pounds of compression, and it'll be a Husqvarna eater at in its class, anyways. Not that we're racing saws, except for friendly sparring at Tazapalooza, but I want to get that thing running good. I'm sure it will. I'm just worried about the full circle crank. If it comes apart, that'll just be like grenade. Hey Chip, if you ever come across any VI 200s, let me know. Oh, is that when you're out at out towards Dryden, where Evan is? You guys are running the scrap pile of wood, where you threw that little Husqvarna 45 or something you just tossed because it was crap. And I'm wondering to see what JK builds for Tazapalooza, if he can make it out. But I want to play with one of those like 51, 55 chassis, but it's unreal how much people want for them here in Edmonton, even if they're not running. In my opinion, not running saws should be the price they were 5 years ago. Because I mean, a not running saw is a not running saw. But you, oh yeah, that's a 154. It was. But like people want, you go on Marketplace and people want non-running saws. Like, oh, it's a Husqvarna Pro Saw. It's like, well, Pro Saw. It's a 51 Rancher. Like, or it's like prices have gone crazy. Like McCulloch's. When I started collecting home lights like 15 years ago, McCulloch's were like a dime a dozen. Nobody wanted them because they would never start. But I want to do some port work to my NS, my Neotech NS 872, and run it against the one that Tasman has, just out of curiosity. Yeah, no, it's totally crazy, Chippy. Like, it's unreal. Like, and I And it's partially YouTube's fault with the McCulloch, especially fucking Billy Ray, because everyone thinks they're worth money. They're good saws, but I mean, I've seen like the Homelight Super Minis, or in the States they're called Super Easies. Uh, People saying vintage saw, $150 not running. It's like, no, it's not running. It's worth like $10, maybe 15 if it has a bar and chain on it. But then sometimes you get deals. Like I got that John Red 930. I paid $50 Canadian for that thing, and all it needed was it had thin rings on it and just a little bit of carbon managed to seize the rings. So I just had to pull it apart, pop the rings free, ran great. And I have a few saws like that. Like, and then the bus stop saw that, like on my community, there's a we call it redneck security, and we just kind of watch things out. But the one lady on there saw that I like chainsaws and said, "Hey, someone left a chainsaw at a bus stop. It's been sitting there for 2 days." I'm like, "Oh, really?" And then when I would get there, and it was a MS 362C, which that's $1,000 saw in Canada, and it runs fine. Are you going to see Jay Ferris in Saskatchewan, or? If it ain't Mac, it's a clone. I don't know about that. You know, in Europe, you can buy a brand new McCulloch. It's a rebranded Poulin. You know, I was surprised when we took our road trip. We're not Las Vegas people, but we were there because Las Vegas is a good staging point to go to like Valley of Fire, Grand Canyon, Death Valley, which was closed because of the flooding. But as there, I was looking at Marketplace. There's a surprising amount of chainsaws available in Las Vegas, which the wife wouldn't let me buy any. But oh yeah, Partner 1000. But surprising amount of chainsaws in Las Vegas. Unless you're cutting down palm trees, you're going out to the desert and cutting down Joshua trees. And Chippy, where'd you even find that Promac 1000? You never see those around. I mean, uh, Jeff Ward probably has like 10 of them, but they're hard to find. I wish I had a Sharpie. If I had a Sharpie, I'd write McCulloch on a home light and show it to Johnny. But I don't have a Sharpie, so I can't do that. If everyone finds any of the good Poulin Pro stuff and they pick it up cheap and want to sell it to me, let me know, because I'm actually looking for more of the good Poulin Pros, like the 330s, 380s, etc. It's like Chippy. I found that I sold it. Someone offered me a crap ton of money for it, but that a Poulin Pro 475, which is a John Deere 2077, and it was here in Edmonton. No one here in Edmonton needs a saw that big, and you don't even see the Poulin Pros like that out here. Uh, yep, I need glasses or a laptop. That's another thing, Chippy. Here in Edmonton, anything steel, people want a crap ton of money for it. Even if it's a 170 that's blown up, people still want like $150 for them, where you can buy a brand new one for. They've gone up a bit, but I mean, a couple of years ago, I saw them on sale all the time for $200. I mean, but here, people want a ton of money for them. Yeah, it's. I mean, anything from Alberta all the way to, on, well, even Ontario has pretty small trees. But well, even when Sean and I went out to Tazapalooza there, when we camped overnight by Lake Koocanusa in Montana there, I couldn't believe the size of some of the ponderosa pines and lodgepole pines compared to the stuff we have here in Alberta. The worst thing about when a good deal comes around here in Edmonton is there's about 5 people in town that are always watching. I'm one of them. I buy them to keep them typically. 2 guys are people that flip them, and 2 others are people that collect them. But I mean, it's like you see them on sale. Like the ad was posted 5 minutes ago. You got to jump on that and jump in the car. The Ringing Rocks in Montana. Does that involve a lot of beer and a rough night? When I was down in the States, I stole a rock from the United States. I stole a lava rock from Idaho. Ringing Rocks. Who knows? I mean, Montana's a big state. I mean, hey, Andrew Scott. What time is it? 7:05. North or northwest of Bozeman. Isn't Bozeman in eastern Montana? Because yeah, like when we came through the I-15, that's where like Helena, Great Falls, Shelby, Butte are. Then you go west of there. That's west of there is the Kalispell and Whitefish. I pull up a map, but I'm using both my devices. So, but Montana's kind of like Alberta, where half the state is boring and dull, where half of it's bumpy. Chainsaw Canuck. I actually noticed quite a few people south of the border pronounce Canuck weird, but and then my wife said it's like, oh, Chainsaw Canuck, people are gonna think you're from Vancouver. It's like, no, well, Vancouver is Canuck's like a derogatory term for Canadians as far as I know, but Chainsaw Canuck. Smitty says Canuck really weird too, but I just stopped staring at my phone or the tablet. Video quality looks horrible on my tablet, but then again, this tablet's from 2017, so. Canuck. I'm actually happy with changing my channel name to Chainsaw Canucks. Before it was Kevin's Chainsaw Extravaganza or whatever. I just made up that BS name because I didn't think anything would come with this channel. It really hasn't, but it's still fun. This is my first live chat. Canucks. Oh, thanks. It's like I never. My goal when I started YouTube was um, to hit 1,000. That's all. 1,000, maybe make $1, and I have made $1, but that's it. Uh, it's actually weird. So my friend Chris, his channel Indie Woods. He's 3 hours west of me in Hinton, and he sent me a thanks, and he paid $2.79 Canadian for it. When I received the thanks, I got $1 too. I'm like looking at that because I sent him one too because he's never got one, so we're just doing that. And then he got more money. He got like of the $2 I sent him, he got like $1.50 or something. Then I found out if someone sends a super chat or super thanks on an iPhone, Apple takes a cut for using their iOS, and that's greasy as can be. I'd say it's Poulon. I was in French immersion, so I'd say it's Poulon. Le Poulon. La CHN Poulon. Bodie says Poulon really weird. But I guess the United States has their French place too, Louisiana. But and Idaho. There's a lot of French people in Idaho. That's weird. No, yeah, Chippy, it's crazy. Like Chris Indie Woods sent me $2.79 because that's the minimum he could send, which is weird. And I ended up with $1.02. And I Google it, and like YouTube apparently takes 29%, but then Apple takes 30% as well. Like, I don't know. I agree, Andrew. Oh yeah, Onsurid. Well, technically, wouldn't John Surid actually be Onsurid? J silent, like if you speak Mexican, I mean Spanish. No. God, the writing on here is so small. I think next time, one time when you see me live chat, I'm gonna have glasses on. Yeah, no crap. I mean, I can't believe, or I don't want to get political, but I can't believe they haven't called an election, especially with that stuff about them honoring a Nazi SS member. Like, what the hell? Why can I see what Sonard said? Yeah, I'm gonna give up looking. Yeah, but I mean, like in Spanish and stuff, like often like J's are often silent. We just pronounce yo like ore. I mean, French is like that with H's, where instead of hotel, it's hotel. Boy, why can I not read anything today? It's Taco Tuesday. I had too many tacos. That's like Z and Z. People say it different. Actually, there's a few words Americans and Canadians spell different. But it's not as bad as like the Brits where they spell curb Kerb or tire with a Y. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's just gentlemen. I don't think any ladies are watching. I'm gonna cut this off. So I do have some stuff I gotta do tonight yet. It's still early. I gotta still walk the dogs. But anyways, I hope. Thank you all for joining. That's great. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Take her easy. Peace out. Oh, thank you, Andrew Scott. That's fucking cool. Sorry, excuse the language. I'm trying not to swear on my channel anymore because that's not cool. But anyways, everyone take it easy. I'll like saying I'm doing another live chat probably on Saturday to announce the giveaway that saw. They'll be in the afternoon because in the evening we have to go see Iron Maiden because they're here in Edmonton. All right, that's a band I always see. But anyways, everyone take her easy. Thank you very much for joining. Take her easy. Have a good week. Now, how do I stop this? Abort.